Well, I think you got to play to the quarterback's strengths, right? So whatever he does well, we got to continue to do and continue to build. I think it revolves around that. It's a confidence thing, and playing to his strengths as a quarterback coach and as an offensive coordinator. I think you got to try to gear your offense to what he does best.
Did you expect him to have so many nerves and that to affect his accuracy?
You know, I did expect some nerves, no question about it. It comes with a position, and he'll get it ironed out.
What are some of the things you want to see better? Accuracy?
Just letting it rip, you know. I think there's just, you know, he's got a big arm, and, you know, he's shown it off time and time again. Throwing on time, that's the biggest thing. Get the ball out on time and have confidence behind that throw, transition of weight, and let it rip, you know.
He didn't trust his arm?
Oh, he trusts his arm. I think he's just a little tentative today for whatever reason. Are pretty convenient to have in that personnel grouping, and it also allows you to line up in maybe some 4 wide sets, and you're really in 3 wide receiver personnel. So it can give you an edge, especially if you get certain defense to play certain coverages, and then you start talking about matchups. And so I don't think it's a great idea to line up a receiver at a particular spot unless you feel good about a particular matchup. You just won't want to do it to do it. You want to have a purpose behind everything you're doing. So whether that's lining up with 11 personnel, which is with the Cowboy back in the backfield, or whether it's lining up with speed personnel, you got to have a reason for it.
Is when you go to the jumbo, I don't know if you call it jumbo.
Yeah.
When you got the 2 fullbacks.
Well, that's just you know, 3 diamond formation, people call it, you know. So it's without a closed end. So there was 2 types of diamonds. One where there's only 1 wide receiver, and one where there's two wide receivers without a tight end.
You didn't have great success in short yardage tonight.
Yeah.
Down on inside the 5.
Mm-hmm.
What was the problem you think they were going to have?
Well, I think they were a big. Well, I know they were a big stunt and blitz team, and I think we just missed the gap and allowed penetration on a couple of them. The first counter was good. We scored on it. Justice scored on it. And then, you know, we just had some hiccups with just penetration, which you can't allow ever. So we got to get back to the drawing board on that.
How tricky is it to handle the number 2 quarterback situation? Mike said that it's kind of fluid week to week.
Yeah.
You got the 2 guys who have red shirts available. How tricky is it going through that process?
Well, the new redshirt rule, you know, it's a little bit tricky because you get 4 games to play a guy. So, you know, you want to try to take advantage of that and yet not burn a guy's ear, but try to get him reps at the same time. So we got to prepare the number 2 guy well, so in case something happens, he's ready to go.
Everybody's going to probably handle this a little differently, Mike. You guys are learning. This is an all-new thing for you, too, as well. How to handle 2 guys who have a red shirt available against an FCS opponent in the season opener with some experience, you know, and Keandre. You go into this thing knowing what the plan is going to be, or does it unfold during the game?
Well, I think you have to have a guideline, and you have to go in with a plan, and then everything can change, as we all know, in the heat of the moment. But we'll talk about that as a staff and continue to discuss the options that we have, and keep moving forward with that plan.
It's a realm that you guys have never had to think about until this year, right?
Absolutely. I think you know, having some young guys that or inexperienced guys changes things as well. We have, you know, a couple quarterbacks that are new to our system. Got an experienced guy, you know, as the starter, and that's a different dynamic in itself.
Has Taylor shown confidence and things like that?
Absolutely.
In practice, and you know, he goes
Yeah.
every night and maybe
If we didn't feel good about him from a confidence standpoint, then he wouldn't be our starter.
So part of what we saw tonight is to be expected. First start, first snaps, all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
Your offensive line, Mike said he thought it was just average.
Mm-hmm.
Has the bar for what's average for the offensive line here changed over the last couple of years? To say that where you guys were a couple of years ago, do you feel like the standards moved up a little bit?
That's a great question. I think the standard always has to be set at a certain level, regardless of year and what we want to do. But, you know, our guys played with really good effort. You know, I would have to go back and watch the film. I know I tell you this every week, but I got to go back and watch the film and see exactly what happened for me to be either negative or positive on any particular unit. Because a lot of times my eyes are on the safeties down the field, and we have discussions on the headsets. But to go back to your question, the standard, has been set here for years on what Cowboy offense is. And so it's not particular just, one position group. It's offensive unit as a whole.